first reading of the city staff's proposal for vegetable gardens in the city of Orlando. And the original proposal was not in favor at all for most all of the vegetable gardening community. So we're hoping and hearing that there's a new proposal being proposed today, and we're hoping it's moving in the right direction. So our purpose today is to introduce ourselves to the city council and the mayor, the important issues around the garden, and to also basically ask them to form a task force of stakeholders and experts that will help really create a proposal that's fair to everybody.
You say introducing yourself to the city staff, but I would have a feeling they already know pretty much who you are.
No, they know who we are.
Letters.
They know who we are through the media, and only one of them has met us personally, and they know who we are. But I think they're going to realize what they've seen in necessarily the media and other accounts aren't the true what this is all about, and that's what we're introducing to them today.
Talking about you personally, no matter what the ordinance is, do you think you would be grandfathered in by where you're at, or is there a concern that any new ordinance would still apply to you personally? And I know it's a bigger issue than just you.
There are a plethora of legal issues around this code for everybody, not just us. But yes, ex post facto does come into play if we have to go to legal means. And our goal is to help them be the sustainable city, the greenest city in America they want to be. We're here to help and support them in doing that. We don't want to do things like go to court over our food.
You seem to express some optimism that the plans may have tweaked a little bit. What do you hope would be part of a compromise?
Well, basically, if you restrict or create a barrier for a vegetable garden, you do the same for any other plant. So if you tell us we can't grow our vegetables 3 foot within the property line, then you can't grow your invasive grass and fertilizers and toxic pesticides there either. If you tell us we can't grow something over 4 or 5 feet, then we're going to tell you that no other plant can grow higher than 4 or 5 feet. It's just equal. Our yards can look just as beautiful or just as ugly as grass yards. In fact, our yards represent less than 1% of all the complaints of yard complaints, okay? All the others are grass. So 99% of yard complaints are grass yards. Only 1% represent vegetable gardens.
And I know this is the obvious question, but just to hit home again why it's so important for you and others to be able to do this in your yard.
This is our food. One, simple as that. This is not about aesthetics. This is our food. This was tough economic times, and we needed our food and the budget to help with that. This is secondly, toxic food systems. Our food cannot be trusted from where it comes from now, and if it can, it costs a lot more money. And we just couldn't afford that cost. But the bottom line is, it's about community. This is about community. This has grown our neighborhood and our community. All these people, most of which we never knew before now. We have people planting gardens that we never thought would plant gardens before. We've brought people together. We have churches planting gardens. This is about bringing people together for doing things the right way.
And growing local food.
Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time. Anything else you want to add?
No, I think we look forward to the city council and the mayor making the right decisions and becoming the greenest city in America.
Obviously, this is a small baby step in the beginning of a very long process today, I would assume.
Yes, it is. In fact, we'll be doing this again tomorrow at the Orange County building because they're going to be discussing the landfill changes that are going to severely affect our free compost. And we're not going to allow that either because they've gone very forward in how to handle that landfill, and they're about to make a decision that's going to take them about 20 years backwards.
What they're discussing about doing at the Orange County landfill is right now they separate the garbages class 1, class 3, and green waste. Class 3 is an inert, takes a long time to break down. Class 1 breaks down very quickly, and green waste is what they make our compost out of. They're proposing tomorrow to put all of those 3 classes in one mound. And going forward with that, that'll be a huge step backwards. It would never biodegrade, it would never break down that way.
And they're doing it to save $3 on the tipping fee. In the long run, what that means is we run out of land because now things aren't biodegrading. We're not able to keep using the same land. We got to buy more land to put waste on it, and that's going to cost a lot more money than that $3 tipping fee.
Right now, the Orange County landfill has 3,000 acres that's usable for waste, and the way it sits now, there's only 20 years, if that, to have ability to keep putting our waste there. So if they talk about putting it all into one big mound, it's going to be significantly less than 20 years before we're looking for more land to try and find places for our waste.
You had to keep busy fighting City Hall here.
We never planned on this. It just keeps coming to our door.
Real quick, and if you can maybe pan down, explain to us what you've got here, if you can hold those up.
All right, this we grew in our front yard vegetable garden. We have banana peppers and tomatoes and carrots and onions and kale and mustard greens. And it's all healthy, fresh, just picked before we came today.
Hold on, keep it up.
And we're going to present that to the city commissioners and the mayor and hope that they have a delicious dinner tonight.
Very nice.
A little salad for them.
I would imagine you're just hoping to take advantage of the public speaking opportunity during the meeting, because there's obviously nothing on the agenda for this.
Yes.
They are reading the minutes from the board meeting.
Right.
And so it will come up. The city staff apparently is doing something very unusual because they're changed the original proposal. So what the board approved is not the same proposal anymore. So there has to be a formality there that has to happen, because you can't, submit a proposal that's been changed.
Right.
and so at that point in time, we're asking for our general speaking time at the end to just introduce ourselves and the important issues, because what this has become is there's just too many issues to say in 5 minutes. It's just too many.
Can't do it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure finally meeting you.
Can I ask you one quick question?
Yes, sir.
What would you say to the people who would say, why can't you just go down to Publix, or why can't you just go down to your local farmer's market? Why do you have to grow food in your front yard?
We don't have to. We want everybody to do what they want to do. We want to grow our own food. If they want to go down to Publix, by all means, they have the freedom to do so. We're not stopping them. But this is what we're saying is, if you want to be more involved in your community, if you want to secure your food, so if anything ever happens, you always have plenty of safe food, this is how you do it. You don't do it by going to Publix, because when they run out of food, the door's shut.
Right. No, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you so much.